Hello, my friends, and welcome back. This article has to do with some profits made by some companies during this volatile market that we live in. And it's strange that, they made such a big profit, especially in the um, energy sector. So let's say you have a company, it's your company, and in the first 3 months of the year, you make profits of 80%. That is a great success. You did something right, something happened, you took advantage of something. So that's why I say que bono, who benefits, and the other thing is follow the money when you want to figure out who's who and what's what, and learn more about certain situations. So this article comes from Associated Press from May 15, 2022, Market Watch, and this is a title. Oil giant Saudi Aramco's first quarter profits surged 80%. They must be doing something right, and they were not aware of this. No. So they did this in the first 3 months of the year as the state-backed company cashes in on the volatility in global energy markets and surging oil prices following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. So even this company, Saudi Arabian oil company, that's how we go by this name, overtook Apple as the world's most valuable company last week, show a record net income of $39.5 billion, up from $21.7 billion during the same period last year. Good job, good job. The figure marks the oil group's highest quarterly profits since 2019, when the Saudi government, which owns 98% of the company, listed a sliver of its worth on Riyadh's stock exchange in what was then the world's largest ever initial public offering. Well, so in a statement, Aramco's chief executive attributed the spike in profits to its rising prices to the rising prices, as well as the kingdom's increase in production, along with allies in the groups known as OPEC plus, OPEC plus. He also appeared to suggest that the disruption from the war in Ukraine has underscored the vital role of oil and gas companies like Aramco. Oil prices rise to a 14-year height of $139 a barrel in March after Russia's invasion of Ukraine, although later receded as Russian oil continued to flow and renewed lockdowns hurt demand for hydrocarbons in China, a top importer. International benchmark Brent crude traded over $111 a barrel Sunday. Well, the oil group said it maintained its 18.8 billion cash dividends for the fourth quarter of last year, completing one of the biggest full-year cash dividends in the world. The payment is a crucial source of revenue for the Saudi government. The shares jumped 1.85% on Sunday on the earning report. All right, that's good. They're doing great. They're doing very great. Saudi Arabia, the world's top oil exporters and the OPEC de facto leader, logged its fastest economic growth in a decade during the first quarter of the year, with its gross domestic product growing 9.6% compared to the same period last year, according to its statistics agencies. The International Monetary Fund expects the kingdom's economy to expand 7.6% this year. Celebration for them. So, some companies are just lucky and they're able to avoid, contracting or losing profits or decreasing profits. On the contrary, they have 80% increase. Good for them. Good for them. And this is not the only one. I posted a video, I think yesterday, regarding other energy, world energy corporations who, again, they and also reported record high profits for the first quarter of this year. Doesn't that make you wonder why all these oil sanctions and embargoes and whatever they try to impose now on Russia have all this have a certain kind of advantage for some industries? Oh yeah, we can say that it's just a coincidence, and what can you do? That's true, could be a coincidence, but we're talking about billions of dollars here. So when you talk about moves, decisions made by some politicians that would affect, industries worth billions of dollars. The other one was about almost one. There were about 20 companies, I think, altogether profits. Those companies' profits amounted to about $100 billion in the first quarter. So when you talk about this kind of sums that you can't even imagine how big, how great they are, I don't think this is just a coincidence. I mean, we can think about it. I don't have any evidence, but you know what I mean. It's just, and if you know how politics work, or at least a portion of it, these guys who make decisions, they are, how should I put it? They have campaign contributions, and the campaign contributions they have lobbies, right? They have lobbies, lobbying firms that lobby for certain interests, that pour money in certain things. They put influence. They tell you what's going to be in the future for you. You can be on this board. You can be on that board. Remember Dick Cheney? Just look at his record with what was his company that he Halliburton. Just look at his example. Dick Cheney, Halliburton company, that then just I think won some bids to invest and rebuild Iraq. These are all coincidences, I'm sure. But nevertheless, it's just a thing. And he was a board member. Then he was not, and he wasn't. The same, you can look at other people who, before they get into politics and after they get in politics, they get into politics, regular persons, and they come out, and after 2 years, they're multimillionaires. How? Is just because they're so important, they're so smart? Obviously, they pushed certain decisions through some councils, and that facilitated and that gave an advantage to some people that in return somehow, or before that, they helped a little bit here and there. This is the way the mass democracy, has, sometimes, I don't know, allows this to occur through campaign contributions and all that. Look at the politicians, they end up usually on the boards of other companies. And then if you are interested enough, you can look and you find how that person voted when it was something to be given to that company. And maybe you find certain interesting things. Nevertheless, good job, Saudi Arabia, good job, the energy sector, energy, uh, you're doing great, great, and we are doing not so great. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.